You're listening to Passed Out, the podcast where history, mystery, the occult, and the cosmos collide. Every week we explore new conspiracies, uncover hidden truths, question the impossible, and journey into the unknown. Stay curious, and welcome to Passed Out.
Wait.
Well,
Wait. I was trying to move it over to the fucking... God damn it. I was trying to move the fucking screen over so I wasn't looking to the side.
literally every time it counts down, you start fucking talking.
Oh, it's not. I'm Arash.
Welcome to Passed
And this
Out.
is Rob.
I'm Josh.
That's the best intro ever. Is just Rob.
Man, so funny. Rob, we have kind of a weird question to start this thing off tonight. I know you're probably familiar with ASMR, but how do you feel about mukbang?
Oh.
Gorge.
You mean like watching people eat?
Yes.
You know,
Just like eat way too much food.
I don't know if I could watch people do that. Personally, I would just get too hungry. Because I'm going to be puffing while I watch, and then I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm so hungry now. And like, I don't know. I think I'd be afraid I would fetishize.
It's interesting you say that. Because Josh and I were talking earlier, and he said that he was like, what about the hot chicks? Like, you don't want to see a hot chick eat a bunch of food? But my mind kind of goes the opposite end of fetishizing it, and it's like, my gross ass mind is like, how does her vag smell? You know? Because, they're eating like flaming hot Cheeto mac and cheese, and it's just makes it all bad.
The dating world.
I really haven't even been in the dating world. I've just kind of been going. But I would imagine, yes, once I do, go on the hunt, it's going to be a weird time. Really weird time. I hear people talking about Hinge, and like this chick last night was saying, oh, this guy doesn't text me enough. But then like you'll hear chicks saying, oh, he texts too much. And it's just like you can't win.
I mean, yeah. I think
through
it's about
text
reading
though.
the room with the chick, you know what I mean? Like, I would say it so
yeah, dude. Text is extremely hard to like catch tone.
So all right. So what you do is you throw out a couple feelers, and then sit back and wait, and take any kind of lust out of that you have out of the result. In a like, you know what I mean, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had great success actually. What are some tips and tricks that you would provide?
And without a car,
because we went to several states, and it always seemed like Josh would have to drop you off at someone's house, or you come get picked up.
Yeah, I really didn't like sleeping at the company office, as I like to call it. I was using Tinder a lot, but I was using it more to find girls that smoke, in other places where you can't.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Store. I actually caught on to that in Idaho. And,
nothing. No. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Sorry, I don't like using just.
That's the thing. I would expect any chick who mukbangs to smell bad.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it depends.
Yeah, I don't think it ever ends up good.
A lot of different stuff, man.
That's the worst possible.
All you can eat sushi. Like, what do you think a girl smells like after? Have you ever like gone down on a girl after went out for all you can eat sushi?
Know well enough not to, if I'm dating a chick, especially if I don't know her, to take her to an all you can eat sushi place.
Yeah, I don't know. All I'm saying is some foods don't. Even if you do overeat, they don't make you smell as bad. Even if it is fishy, like sushi. I don't know.
What were we gonna say, Josh?
After sushi before, and it was fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and just take this as a nice transition point. But what do you think Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips pussies smell like after banging all those dudes and trying to break
can you imagine how that room smells like? Yo, that burger got broken recently.
1,000 dudes in play?
Yeah, it was like
How does it work? You just get like 2 pumps and move on? Like,
it's
you gotta
2
get
minutes.
hard first.
Yeah, bro, and like the line of dudes going in, like in the black masks, like what? Like what is this?
It looks like Guantanamo
Is this
Bay when they were like
immigration detention center?
having all those prisoners in weird positions and stuff. It probably smells like Guantanamo Bay in there. Yeah, it's really gross. I mean, 1,000. Imagine getting like that record being broken, because the most recent one was 1,113, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so Bonnie Blue banged 1,057 men in 12 hours, and Lily Phillips slept with 1,113 in 12 hours.
How was that physically like, everyone would have had to been shaved.
Yeah.
Like, any amount of friction from, like, even, like, a little bit of
a lot of lube.
They probably sent out like a list of all the stipulations,
for sure.
and they probably made all these dudes get fucking tested. This was probably like a huge administrative production.
I'm sure they had to have.
Did they film?
Yeah, probably on their OnlyFans or something. Yeah.
It was an OF thing.
Yeah, these are OnlyFans girls, right? So like, I'm sure that some of it's filmed.
That's fucking. I mean, I would imagine if you're gonna do it, you might as well film the whole thing. But I just couldn't imagine 12 hours straight. Like, I felt like I got like 10 minutes extra the other night, and I felt like a superhero. Like, but I knew that any amount of time after that is going to involve chafing and require lube, and it's like, how, dude, did they hit up Diddy for all his extra old baby oil? Is that how that was possible?
We will be
That's a great
talking
transition,
about
Rob.
Diddy here shortly, but just this is the last thing at least I want to talk about with this is there was another chick in between Bonnie and Lily that she went to the hospital. Like, something happened to her vag and she had to get rushed to the hospital. Otherwise she was going to die. It was like a serious incident. So these things are only going to get even worse. It's like, remember when Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa were trying to go for the home run record over Roger Maris, and then it was Barry Bonds, and we find out they were all doing steroids. There's going to be something crazy that happens in a cool ice cream truck passing by. No, it's okay. But it's just...
Sorry about that.
It's going to get worse. It's going to become a 24-hour thing. Someone's going to die. Some chick's going to die. And then they're going to have to, like, legislate this shit.
Dude, Diddy was hanging out with the wrong chicks. He should have just been hitting up these OnlyFans chicks. They... After all the people that left his place complaining about feeling, like, abused because they just, like, wouldn't let him leave and shit, I feel like you'd have to pay those two,
well, with the
leave.
Diddy thing,
so,
it's like, at least what he ended up getting charged and found guilty of was only the transportation part.
Dude, that's such bullshit. How did he get... Dude, they found ledgers in an did you watch any of the stuff where they were talking about when the investigators went into his mansion, went into the studio, and went to the room behind the false wall in the studio, and then there was like 3 levels inside of there? And the shit they found in there, they found lists of people he's extorting. I'm willing to bet that one of the judges,
but it was a jury
friends with the judge that's presiding over his case or something, like something, man. Maybe he has extortion over the jurors or one of the jurors or something like that, or at least, like somebody on the inside, or I don't know, man. I don't know how you get out of, like, what he's guilty of has affected all of us. Anybody who's tried to make music in the past 20 years. Like, he's completely shaped the atmosphere of the industry in a way that creates fear. And creates this idea that, maybe I should only do what everyone else is doing rather than, doing my own thing because, I want to be up here with those people. And then once you get up there, now you're really his puppet. You, I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird
Now,
situation.
Mary Comey, wasn't she like the person in charge of, that was like, who was not presiding over the case, but she was the person who brought the charges upon Diddy? So like the way that she charged him really didn't allow all of the evidence to be presented. It was just the stuff against Cassie and 50's baby mama. And from what the jury saw, there wasn't enough evidence to suggest that they were forced into doing it. Like there were text messages of them apparently being excited about it, which I'm not condoning, but it kind of takes away the fact that they were held there completely against their will.
Yeah, like how do you get out of kidnapping charges? And like, why were
That's
they
what I wanna
only
know.
going after racketeering and like the transportation thing? Like those are the only two things that they could find evidence on. Like there were 3 complete rooms, like with like just journals filled with.
Well, we know that's
evidence
not
of,
enough anymore, because the other case that she was involved, Mary Maureen Comey was involved with, is Epstein, and then apparently there's no extortion or any sort of ledger there. It's completely wild. Those 2 cases might be a lot more closely linked than we realize, but within a week of each other, both of them being pretty much exonerated. Like, why the fuck is Ghislaine, I like calling her Ghislaine because it's funny, but Ghislaine Maxwell, why is she in prison? What if there's no Liz, if there was no wrongdoing, then she shouldn't be. Yeah, she's gonna appeal. I guarantee she's gonna appeal soon when this all kind of settles over.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see her spill the beans, but after what happened to Jeff, who knows? I don't think she would talk. I wouldn't talk personally if, somebody I worked closely with in any capacity was just made to look they made their own choices.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein really died?
Yeah, no, that's scary, bro.
Do you think so, Josh? Have you seen the photos, though,
so.
of when he was being taken out in the gurney? His nose is, like, curved like this, and then they compare it to Epstein's nose, which is, like, way more pointy, and the ears don't match. And it looks, there's a theory, this wild theory that, because, like, Hillary Clinton's brother died maybe a month prior, and they just swapped the bodies, and so they were using whatever his name is, Mr. Rodham, out in the gurney, making it look like Epstein. Israel? I don't know.
Where's he hiding?
Have some plastic surgery.
Yeah, Gaza maybe, who knows? Hide in the middle of a war zone. I mean, it's a good place to hide.
No.
You guys heard that they found Jim Morrison?
Where did they find him?
Right? He didn't really die. He's like living up in like Bangor, Maine, or something, or like somewhere up in New Hampshire.
Bangor, Maine, huh?
Or I don't know if it was Bangor specifically, but it was like up in New Hampshire or Maine, or like really out of the way. And like there was pictures. The pictures I saw were pretty convincing. I mean, there's no way to know for sure, but it is kind of wild to think that he just thought maybe he got too close to the sun and decided to coast to closer to the ground again on his own before it got to.
Filmmaker says he found Jim Morrison. Claims Dorsinger is alive in central New York. I'm going to share this. What the fuck? There's going to be a documentary on it, apparently.
Oh, yeah, it was New York. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was New Hampshire.
Oh, weird. Here, let me... I know, that is pretty random.
Where'd you get Bangor, Maine? So the only thing I ever think of Bangor, Maine about is there's an SNL sketch after Katrina where like Jason Sudeikis gets like they move like the New Orleans court up to Bangor, Maine, and then he's just doing like a ridiculous accent, like country accent, as like a Maine judge.
I think it was some other news that that happened in proximity to Bangor. Maybe that's why for some reason that stuff always pops out for me because I used to watch a lot of Trailer Park Boys, and they're based out of Halifax, and so there's a in season 7 there's a couple episodes where they're actually in Bangor, Maine, at the border, trying to make a deal with Sebastian Bach.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Syracuse, New York. Jim Morrison died nearly 54 years ago at the age of 27, and his body was laid to rest in Paris, France, or so they say. One lifelong fan of Morrison and the Doors believes the iconic 1960s rock frontman is alive and well in Syracuse, New York. The wild theory about Morrison is circulating online thanks to a documentary series now out on Apple TV+. So yeah, I guess this guy searches for him. A number of eerie coincidences justify Finn's theory. Frank has a scar on his face where Morrison had a mole and shared similar interests and other connections. He even has a photo of himself with Doors drummer John Densmore on his Facebook page. That's weird. Identified in the docuseries as Frank X, the supposed Morrison in hiding has dark eyes while the late singer's eyes were lighter. Frank admits he's not Morrison, but says if anybody could have pulled off faking their own death, it would have been Morrison. So yeah, there's
I believe that.
Other coincidences. Wow. I mean, there's all these, Elvis isn't dead. Tupac isn't dead. But are these people like Epstein in a way to where they get to have surgery and they're like, hey, you're getting well too liked. You have a lot of fan following. You could start a revolution if you wanted to. So, yeah. So speaking of clowns, John Wayne Gacy. Oh, we'll talk about what is it? Coulrophobia.
Coulrophobia, yes.
Coulrophobia, yeah, the fear of clowns.
Which, if you want me to share, I have that actually up.
Yeah, please let it be you and not
you guys
me.
ready for that? Okay. Yeah, let me share my screen, and I'm going to share Coulrophobia. All right. You guys see Coulrophobia?
Yep.
Okay, so Coulrophobia. Coulrophobia is a fear of clowns. Children and adults who fear clowns may experience extreme irrational reactions when they see clowns in person or view pictures or videos of clowns. Someone with a fear of clowns is coulrophobic. They may go out of their way to avoid exposure to clowns. Interesting. Coulro is the Greek word for stilt walkers. That's fucking cool.
Puts the cool in coulrophobia.
You know how clowns kind of started, right? They've been around for a long time, bro.
Well, they started as court jesters, right?
Yeah. They would be like the ones that the king would send out in the battlefield to declare war or like send bad news or whatever. And that's actually where the whole term "shoot the messenger" came from.
Interesting. I always thought that they also liked having a jester because the king liked having somebody who could like point out, the irony and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like a stand-up comic.
Like, to be able to satire. Yeah, it's like a stand-up comic. Like, hey, like the king felt like, I think when they started this, like the king felt like if you couldn't criticize him, then he wasn't going to run a good kingdom.
I see. Imagine a clown coming on still. It's like dun 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 dun. Your brother died. Like how would
terrible.
That sounds like Pennywise. Like when the kids are all looking through the book, and he's just like dancing in the black and white photo, and he's like and the photo becomes like color, and he like tries to reach out at him. And It, but that was an It, right?
That is an It, yes.
How about that new trailer for what is it? Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry. So I watched the trailer again last night just to kind of wrap my head around it. It kind of just feels like the same story almost. Like like it's always like he shows up every 27 years. And it's basically terrorizes the town every 27 years.
It kind of reminds me of, remember they
So
did the prequel to American Psycho, not American Psycho, to the Psycho movie.
yes.
I don't know if it's the same director or not, but it kind of has that feel to it, and it has that Stranger Things thing, like
Yeah.
vibe to it, where it's like all these kids are just fucking around, and
Yeah, so it is the main cast is kids, and then it too is them grown up 27 years later dealing with the same issue. Like, hey, do you guys remember this shit? You know? So now they're going 27 years before the first movie, and you're basically getting it in what looks like the like I don't know what year they're doing it, but it looked like maybe 1962 or something like that, I think is what it said. And it looked like you were dealing with some prohibition stuff, or not prohibition, but like some
Segregation, maybe.
segregation stuff. Yeah, where like it looked like there were like people were being, racist towards like the black family that just moved in. So like now you're dealing with like a black family who's kind of dealing with it, like and like discovering the things about their town. But I was looking into I'm going to share my screen again, but I was actually like looking at the history of it.
Same.
And so I have this pulled up where it's just like you know, he's a void outside the universe called the Macroverse. This creature, often referred to as it, feeds on the fear of humans, particularly children, primarily manifests as Pennywise to lure its prey. That's creepy. And basically, yeah, exactly. Every 20 years, he shows up in the town of Derry, Maine to basically destroy things, which Stephen King's entire universe takes place in Maine. Like all of his books take place in Maine. And a
Bangor,
lot of
Maine.
them take place in this fictional town of Derry. It's funny that we talked about Bangor, Maine earlier because I was
I
thinking
wonder
about
if
that.
what if Bangor, Maine is Derry.
Dude.
So
Derry is right by Bangor. That's why I was thinking
is that why you were thinking of it?
Derry
So,
is
Yeah,
it?
'cause
You
I
just
was
said it's
looking up
fictional. Isn't Derry
it is
fictional?
fictional, yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't the town of Derry a real place though?
I
Or
don't
it's
think
supposed
so.
to be?
I don't think so. I think this is a fictional town, just kind
Okay.
of based on a town that he grew up in, and I'm not sure where he grew up. So maybe Derry's based on Bangor. I'm not sure. But
So
what I
this
thought was interesting when I was reading through the history of Pennywise last night was they were basically just like talking about like Native Americans in this part of land dealing with them and like early like fucking settlers dealing with it. And it's basically like this like cursed area of land that like this entity just feeds on people's fear there
Why
and is
is
like
it
and
always?
I'm like we should just keep I'm like, we should go back further. You guys want to do 1962? I want to see early settlers show up from one of the fucking ships from the and like try to start a colony here and just get fucked up by this trippy fucking clown.
Why is it always Native American land though? Like it's always it was either built on a graveyard or built on Native American land.
It's all
curses
Native
the
American
town.
land.
Yeah, that's all. This whole fucking thing is
It was
Native
all
American.
Native American
Right.
land when we got here. And that's all I'm saying is like that part of the country was Native American land when we landed here.
But like it's
when
like
the
a
white
Native
people landed.
American curse, that specific part of the land.
That's not what I was saying. It's not a Native American curse. Like it sounds like this is like a demonic thing that's been there for the history of that piece of land. So whether they're, so for all you know, that demonic entity was there when when cavemen and fucking like Neanderthals were walking around that part of Earth. Maybe it's not Native American, but like that's I was just trying to tell a point. Like the land is cursed, basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
And like
the
that was the
entity's home.
entry point that I started reading Stephen King's history about it is when the white people from Britain landed there and started, doing their thing, that it was a Native American land. So
Imagine
that's
they go back to like the time of dinosaurs and it's just Pennywise trying to fuck with like a velociraptor.
it's like, would you like a blue?
Apparently, though, Derry got completely abandoned at one point. Like somebody had like rode up on it on their horse and discovered it, like Roanoke was discovered when it was just completely abandoned. And it wasn't until loggers came back that the town like started to like revive itself. But like it's like all the buildings were still there except for one that was just like randomly on fire, according to, I don't know what history book it's from as far as Stephen King lore. I was watching something called, was it Stephen King Book Club or something like that, and these people that had read that book or wherever that source material is from and created like a fake documentary about like the history. It was really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, you almost have to like stop a couple times here and there because you're like, this is fictional. This is not, like, they make it so real.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Pennywise is one of the creepiest clowns, or do you think that there are others that are worse?
Fiction-wise, I might say Terrifier might be more creepy.
You think I do think art is very creepy, and I did want to talk to you kind of just about Rob, have you seen the Terrifier movies?
Yeah, I had to look away a lot, surprisingly.
Yeah, me too, especially number 3.
I still haven't watched 3, but like 2 is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a gore guy anymore.
Me
used
neither.
to like it, but I really like paranormal activity stuff now, where it's like really letting the fear of like not knowing what's happening for, you know, and something that's like, I guess maybe because it's relatable for me, except I've never actually been fearful of a spirit like that before. I've never had the reason to be.
Yeah, and ghosts and paranormal stuff creeps me out a lot too, just because like I think mentally I don't think that I'm gonna get like attacked by a giant fucking clown or like a fucking like Indian graveyard, but like ghosts in my own house, that's
You've never had a ghost in your house?
way more realistic to me.
I don't know. I grew up with ghosts in my house, so like I didn't see them. You could feel them.
Yeah, no, I've definitely felt presences before.
Oh, no.
So.
Like I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, dude. I grew up in one of the most haunted places in the country. Like, there was spirits everywhere.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of juggalos in South Carolina? Well, how did you become a juggalo?
After I moved back to Ohio, after high school, just hanging out with a bunch of juggalos, you know, in Cleveland. I wouldn't say I'm one myself. I'm fond of their music. I've never owned any Hatchet Man merchandise or anything like that. I've owned some CDs. You know, I bought some of their CDs, but you know, some people got into Kiss back in the day.
They are like a Kiss.
Some people painted their face.
It's like Kiss and Cotton. It's like Kiss and Cottonmouth Kings had a baby, and it became
Cottonmouth Kings
ICP.
is a product of ICP.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
If you add those two things together, you get ICP.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a diss. I mean that
wrestling. Those guys were into wrestling before they were into music. I think that's what.
Were they amateur wrestlers?
Yeah, dude. They had some sick fucking tapes from back in the day. Just like people getting fucked up in their backyard.
I remember Doink the Clown and WWF. It was WWF back then.
Oh, no, I think they were.
No, I know
Nitro.
It wasn't them, but
they were on Nitro when they finally made it on TV. But
they actually made it to WCW. How do I not know about this?
I don't know, man. I didn't even watch wrestling, but I know that much.
I doubt that. You look like a wrestler.
No, I really
I loved wrestling.
My dad didn't let me watch it. He thought I was going to emulate it too much or something.
I could see you doing that.
Dude, my first mushroom trip, we were watching Steve Irwin, and I ate like a whole quarter my first time, and I tried wrestling my friends, like as I was peaking, just going like, crikey, gorgeous, just trying to wrestle them to the ground.
Well, okay, Arash, I found.
You have footage of them on WCW. I have like this weird memory that's popping up, but I just never put two and two together, knowing that was Shaggy Too Dope and what's the other guy's name?
Violent J.
Violent J.
Yeah, look at these guys hanging out with Vampiro.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
I mean, they were getting pretty gnarly in their backyard before they even went on that. So I'm almost not surprised. Like, I'm just more surprised at how long it took them to get noticed because of like they were like charging people money for admission into their mom's backyard to watch them more or less like injure each other.
No, why are clowns so creepy? Like, what's up with that? Is it because, John Wayne Gacy killing a bunch of kids in the 70s?
I've never really been creeped out by clowns. But, if you look at their origin, though, like, their original, like, they've always kind of been like a stereotype, like a very classist stereotype. Almost reminiscent of God, what were those movies from back in the day where the white people were doing blackface?
Oh yeah, is that the Reconstruction era or something? But like the 1800s, like all the way back
then. It was like
then.
the silent era, yeah.
With like ragtime piano and.
Yeah.
Okay, but clowns, what, they were well before that, weren't they?
But yeah, I mean they've been around.
But like I'm talking about like red-nosed clowns with like the clowns that look like clowns of today with the red hair, kind of like Ronald McDonald looking.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You don't see Ronald McDonald at McDonald's anymore. McDonald's looks so plain compared to how they looked like when we were kids, with the play place and the Nintendo 64 in the lobby, and all the balls and it now looks like
very corporate. It's very corporate America now.
100%. I was just gonna say that.
Looks like a house in Summerlin with that like light baby shit color exterior, dark doors.
It really
it's so depressing.
It's kind of a light baby shit color that they've changed McDonald's to.
They charge an extra $300 a month to pre-furnish with that baby shit color furniture.
There's an HOA fee on your Happy Meal. It's sad. There's really no fast food anymore. That even Taco Bell, I remember when you look at pictures from the 90s, they were so colorful and cool looking, and now it's just blech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Burger King used to be the shit, dude. Like with their branding.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell's branding back in the 90s was awesome too. Like they had cassettes with like, I remember my introduction to alternative rock was from Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I was like 9 years old and I had just discovered God, what was the name of that fucking band?
Goo Goo Dolls.
No, way cooler than that.
What was it? It was like a cassette?
I think Loser by Beck was on there maybe. But there was like another song that I really like still to this day that's on there, but
So they gave you a cassette with your meal? And it was like Taco Bell hits?
I think they were selling it at the counter.
That makes it even more weird.
Yeah, or are they giving away or selling it for like like.
Let me get a Mexican pizza, a Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, and then alternative rock cassette.
The cashier's like, "Yo, listen to my mixtape." Taco Bell's just like, "Hey, check out my mixtape."
Yeah, no, but it was like all alternative rock, but like really cool stuff like that. Like I still listen to this day.
They have like they had video games back then. I don't know if it was Taco Bell, but there were fast food joints that had video games, like little demo things. Burger King had a game with the King on it. This was like PlayStation 2. It was only like 20 years ago, I think. It's just weird, all the branding. Burger King had the coolest fucking kids club though. My favorite was a kid in the wheelchair. His name was Wheels.
Bro, I forgot about that.
I totally
forgot about those kids.
And Kid Vid with the fucking goggles, kind of looking like.
Okay. Can't forget about the kids.
Josh, right. I'm sorry. You were gonna bring up something.
Okay, so We've been talking about kings and their jesters. Do you think that Burger King was like Ronald McDonald? He's the fucking jester in Burger King's fucking castle. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Burger King didn't come out until like maybe 10 years after.
Yeah, dude. Like, right? You think that was like a play? Like they were like their mascot's a clown. We're gonna make him a king, and that clown's gonna be our fucking jester. Like,
I bet you that the meeting was that intense too. There was like some like a 9 people in a dark room. They're like, okay, so McDonald's has a clown. We are the kings. We're gonna charbroil our burgers. We're gonna have onion rings, and we're gonna have a chicken sandwich that for some reason is a foot fucking long.
Dude, do you remember the chicken Whopper?
Yeah, is that not a thing anymore?
No, I literally I had to order that shit special. Probably like 5 years ago. I went through like maybe 6 months where I was eating like Burger King again for a while, and like I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to go to Chick-fil-A, and yeah, I just that zesty sauce that they serve with the onion rings.
I always put barbecue sauce on them.
It's so good. No, you got to do the zesty sauce. It's
zesty slaps.
Their barbecue sauce is the best in the game. Like, move over, Sweet Baby Ray's, McDonald's, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, that barbecue sauce, and I would mukbang the barbecue sauce from Burger King for sure, and I'd probably jerk it to a chick who would eat that, no matter how ugly she was.
There's probably chicks out there who are just taking barbecue sauce shots. They're like, barbecue sauce shots, girl.
Like you have to kind of the way you lick. I mean, I've licked my fair share of the barbecue packets, and it looks very suggestive. It might be the reason why I'm good at a particular thing. I mean, a lot of tongue experience with barbecue sauce packets.
I mean, I'm not going to blame it on barbecue sauce packets. I just bust too fast, so I compensate.
Barbecue sauce, chilies, baby back ribs, barbecue sauce.
I feel like we could probably get like a Hims ad.
Hey, I could use some Hims. Wait, is Hims for hair restoration or for getting your dick up?
I think it's
both.
Really?
They have different medications. Hims is like a online pharmacy for particular types of
low testosterone men.
I think they have stuff for women too. They have like a pill to make them wetter.
Imagine like.
I mean, I never.
That's just a bad name, though.
Even if they're dry, I use my tongue and I fix it. But that's besides the point. Anyhow, damn it, I lost my train of thought.
We've completely blown Hims from being a sponsor
ever. That's an awful name though for something like to offer chicks. It's like hers, and then it's like, come get your dick hard.
Maybe it is hers.
Maybe it is. Maybe they have both.
I don't know. I would, dude. Blue Chew just sounds way cooler, right? Like for over the counter men stuff, like Blue Chew. Just
man, I don't trust it. It just there's something about like chewing gum and then getting stiff that my mind can't comprehend how that works, and I don't want to know, and I'll probably never find out.
I don't think that's ever been my problem.
But have you ever had Viagra, Rob?
No, I don't have a problem getting hard, man.
People take it like recreationally, which is really fucking weird.
I mean, I could see like wanting to make like I don't know, if you have like a friends group where you think you're like the superior and you want to make your friends uncomfortable, you make them take it or something. I could see that maybe, but I don't see where like the fun would come from making your like from taking it and like not doing anything about it. Like I just don't think being rock hard for no reason is really
Is that something you would do to a friend to make them feel uncomfortable? Is just slipping them some Viagra?
Not a friend. Definitely not a friend.
An enemy, and you'd be like, "Hey, you hard right now?" Just hit him on the dick. A little check. What?
My girl's asking if she can open the garage door to go out.
It's
the
okay.
garage
We can,
door.
Of course. Yeah.
We can call it.
I was just trying to silently.
We've been going for about an hour. We're good.
All right, cool. Even with all the cuts, sorry about the whole thing.
All good. All.
Okay, I can see him. I got him on the monitor. Love you. Have a good workout.
She comes out as we're talking about like dosing people with Viagra. She's like, "What the hell are you doing in the garage?"
I just like to give dudes random boners. What?
Surprise!
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise! It's boner time.
All right. Well, that was the episode about clowns. Sorry, I got a little hornier than I expected, but guess that's it for this week. See you next time on Passed Out.
Be safe on your pogo sticks.